So altcoins are doing great, and are we right now seeing the glimpse of what might be a future alt season, or is this just another bull trap? Let's take an unbiased look at this, because it is very easy to now get dragged into the markets and to be super bullish because everybody is. It's also very easy to say like, nah, this is all fake, and we are going back down. So let's just take a look at the charts, what they tell us. In the meantime, like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on, check out the Patreon down below, my Twitter, Telegram, everything. And after all of that, let's take a look at this video, which is most important. So to start, man, bro, wow, altcoins, finally, they are doing great. Well, great, they are doing something, and it looks great because they did not do a lot for a long time. This is the total tree, this is the altcoin market right here. And if you look at what the altcoin market is doing right now, first thing you'll notice on this chart is, yeah, they are breaking out of this trend line. And if I draw it like I should draw it still breaks out. So that's great. But then again, we were at this level back in April as well, or in November last year, or even in September or August, or anywhere last year, basically. So it's not that altcoins are now necessarily doing so much better than what they did before, but it really stands out because one, we haven't done anything for a long time, and two, the speed in which they are moving is going quite fast. This is the weekly chart, and for the last 4 weeks, we're now in the fourth week, they're pumping. And the total three this week up 2%, last week 7%, week before that 5%, week before that 5%. So these are not incredible numbers. For the people that are maybe newer in the crypto space, these are not even close to real bull market numbers, but it's at least green, and green is nice. Green is what we like, and green is what makes us money in crypto, unless you're shorting. So let's take a look. Can we expect an alt season right now? Are we already in an alt season? And could this move last? We have seen Solana doing incredibly well. Now, of course, at the speed it went up, it had a slight pullback and it holds some right here. And what I mainly notice is that the liquidity is really shifting from coin A to coin B, because Solana now stopped running for a while, but now we, for example, see Altora having a great day today, or AVAX having a couple of great days, and we see my biggest holding, Cetify, absolutely mooning. It was sitting at 53 cents a couple of weeks ago. It's up 115%. And that's understandable, as like these are the tokens that are less speculative, and that are very likely to do very well. But we also see coins like Falcon Forged making highs that it hasn't seen since May 2022. So there are some coins definitely standing out. There are also some coins here. We have, for example, Litecoin. Like, yeah, okay, it's not really like, yeah, of course it came from lower, but it's not really doing much. It's mainly the gaming. Well, a lot of other coins, but gaming, I think a lot of people now started to realize that gaming will be pretty big. It's not for no reason that Games for a Living came out and basically makes an all-time high every day. It's like incredible how it's doing. So let's take a look at a couple of charts that I think are super important to look at. Now, the first thing I would like to say is that we spoke about the Bitcoin dominance and how it was facing some big resistance that it hasn't seen for like basically ever. The Bitcoin dominance, excluding stablecoins, came from 2022 from like 70% or so. We came down. It found support here at around 60%, went up again, and then completely crashed. This was a huge alt season, like the biggest alt season ever. The Bitcoin dominance has been going up since, well, basically mid 2021, which means that altcoins were losing value against their Bitcoin pair for more than 2 years. So therefore, for a long time, I said on the channel like, hey, altcoins are not really worth the risk, because, Bitcoin, some altcoins go up, but if you put them all together and you look at the market, then yeah, Bitcoin is going up harder. Therefore, the Bitcoin dominance is going up. What we also said is like, hey, we are now sitting at this resistance right here. it's likely to have a good pullback, and the good pullback it has. We went from 60% now to 57.7%, and it doesn't sound like a lot, but that's the reason that altcoins are mooning. That's not hard to tell. If you look at the social metrics, which is interesting, right? That's the red line. That's how many people watch how many people watch YouTube videos, subscribe to new YouTube channels, and especially if you only look at the subscribers, you see that this is like down hard, right? That means no new people are still stepping into the crypto space. It's like some new money is coming in, but mostly it's not. Then why are altcoins going up right now? Well, it's mainly that the current liquidity is shifting, right? Bitcoin had a very hard pump, mostly because altcoins were going down. So people were taking their altcoin money and put it into Bitcoin. That's the reason Bitcoin went up, and altcoins at best stayed kind of sideways for the last year. Now we see that the dominance has found some resistance, and people feel like, okay, made some money on my Bitcoin. Altcoins are sitting at like trash levels right now. That's what you could see right here, right? These are altcoins on the Bitcoin pair, went absolutely down hard. And people now feel like, okay, let's put some money from Bitcoin into altcoins. Now, is this something that could sustain and will last, and that maybe could pop off an altcoin season? So, very simple. An altcoin season is where you want to see the dominance go down, right? Where the dominance does this. Even if it does, from this point, won't be a big alt season. Well, like, yeah, it will be a bigger alt season than what we have seen in the last 2 years, but like in the last 2 years, we haven't seen an alt season. Like you could call this an alt season, but then you can also call this and this and this and everywhere, right? We've basically seen this alt season in 2021, this alt season in 2017, and this alt season in 2017. These were the three really alt seasons, right? We could see it right now, and it will definitely like moon the fuck out of altcoins, but it won't be like extremely hard. Not that this is the floor, but you know, with a Bitcoin ETF probably on the way, yeah, that we've seen what the fake ETF news did. It popped the Bitcoin dominance up hard. And that's the reason people are now taking profits into some altcoins. I think once the ETF comes, the Bitcoin dominance will go up again, and altcoins eventually will go down against Bitcoin. But for now, let's enjoy this moment, and what can we expect of it? Now, I must tell that why is this move that we see right now so much better for altcoins than this move over here? Because here the dominance went from 52% to 48%. Now we went from 54% to 52%. So this move so far is smaller, right? So far, at least. Well, it's mainly that if you overlay Bitcoin, which is interesting, you will see that once the Bitcoin dominance went down here, like in June, Bitcoin also went down. So yeah, altcoins were worth more against Bitcoin, but then again, that Bitcoin was worth less against the dollar. So your altcoins on the dollar pair, it wasn't that spectacular. However, now what we see is a glimpse of a mini alt season. Like this is some kind of a preview. Like, hey guys, you know what an alt season looks like? Well, we give you 1% of that right now, right? And that's what we see right now. Where we see the Bitcoin dominance goes down, well, Bitcoin goes up, right? That's what we want. Altcoins are being worth more against their Bitcoin pair, but Bitcoin is worth more against the dollar. So altcoins are worth even more against the dollar. This is, however, not the move yet that we, if we talk about alt season, in my opinion, this is not what we talk about, right? The moves are the same, but in the way, like the percentages are like not there yet. In my opinion, this is super small. Of course, if you look at this candle over here, these two red candles, yeah, if you compare it to what we have seen over here, that's like crazy. That's crazy, and we will get that. We will get that, and that's gonna be extremely spectacular. So let's take a look at altcoins on the dollar pair. Let's start with the total market cap. So the total crypto market broke out, right? It found highs that it hasn't seen basically since May 2022. So for the first time in 1.5 years, we finally seeing levels that we haven't seen. That's super bullish. Now, how come? Well, it was mainly because of Bitcoin. This chart includes Bitcoin. Because if you take Bitcoin away, you will see this chart. There you will see, like, hey, we are not making new highs. We have been here in April as well, and in August as well. So again, the fact that this chart is breaking out, yeah, it's nice. But if you exclude Bitcoin, then it's not. So also, still, it's mainly because Bitcoin is the big outperformer, right? We can take a look at the shorter time frames to see the Bitcoin dominance going down. Overall, if you look at this chart, yeah, this is a fucking bullish chart. Like, and the Bitcoin dominance still has a lot of room to go down, in my opinion, and it still is an uptrend. But nevertheless, the total 2 is doing well, and it is going up. If we take away Ethereum from this chart, you will see the total 3. Now, the total 3 is looking, decent if you compare it to the total 2. How come? Because Ethereum has been a little underperforming lately. It's also what you can see if you look at the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. It's been going down extremely hard. So Ethereum got pretty wrecked. So this is the total 3. Now, you can say whatever you want to say if you are a bull, because you have a high, a lower high, and so far it's still a lower high, right? So far, it's not an uptrend yet, really. Like, if you take it over the longer time frame, it's not a confirmed uptrend, and from here, it could still go down. You could say, like, yeah, well, this was a lower high, and now it's a higher high. True, if you take this wick into consideration as well, if you want to talk about like the full candles, then it's not a higher high yet. So it's still a downtrend. But as a bear, it's also hard to say, like, hey, this chart is super bearish, because what we have done is we broke out of this pattern that we have been in since May 2022. It's the date that keeps on coming back, right? We've been going down, and we finally at least broke out. However, be cautious though. It wouldn't be the first time that a chart looks like this, breaks out, and then does something like this. It is always possible, right? Again, I try to be unbiased here. I have a crypto position, I have a cash position, so I don't really care what happens, really. Just look at the charts and I'll be like, okay, this is what I expect, so I, place my bet on that. There's a big battle between the bears and the bulls going on right now, really. And yeah, which one of the two is going to win? At the end of the day, so far the bulls always win, right? At the end of the day. But what happens in the meantime is super important, because that tells you how you should position yourself to prepare for that move. Because you could say, like, yeah, well, just buy altcoins here and here and here, and buy this top and this top and this low. And yeah, overall, like, if we eventually will go higher than this, yeah, you still win if you were in the right altcoins. But yeah, how much money have you thrown away in the meantime by just buying way too high? Like, buying too early in crypto can definitely be a very stupid, could work out in not in your benefit if you buy too early in crypto, because it actually gives you 100x opportunities. But if you already place your bet so early, yeah, then you first have to make a 20x in the crypto market to finally play even yourself, and then you finally start to make profits. Yeah, that's a waste, of course. But that's total 3. If we now take a look at the total 3, but we take USDT away, then the chart looks like this. And by the way, all these numbers are interesting because this is what I tweeted, and I figured, like, I should mention the case that, not the bearish case, but something to watch out for at least. If you notice, and we know here, so that's good. But if you know, what do you notice right here? We are up 35% right now. That's a big move, right? However, ever since the bear market started, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now 6 of these big upside moves. Yeah, every other one of these moves resulted in lower prices afterwards, right? So it's very easy to, in 2 years, we have just seen this 6 times. 6 times, right? That's 3 times a year. So that's like once every 4 months we see something like this. And the other, all the other months, we basically are used to go down. So, like I said, like, yeah, of course, such an upside move can make you very bullish. Um, but do know what happened after every one of these other moves up. Plus 35%. What did we had? 40, 50, 55, 45, 47. This is also the smallest pump so far. So although we should enjoy this and we should take our profits if we have some, and we should be bullish when the market is bullish, should also be careful about not getting dragged into the bullish sentiment too much as long as things are not really confirmed, because that can wreck you. However, there is another chart which is also super bullish though. So we have taken a look at the total crypto market, the total crypto market minus Bitcoin, the total crypto market minus Bitcoin and Ethereum, the total crypto market minus Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USDT. So that's even closer to the altcoin market. But there's also the total altcoin market minus the top 10. So let's take away Solana, Cardano, Dogecoin, I think, USDC, so some big caps and some more stable coins. And then you will get this chart. This is the others. And this is really reflecting the altcoin market a bit better. Now, what's interesting is that the total altcoin market right here has been making higher lows since beginning this year. It also made a higher high right now if you compare it to this one. So that's very good to see. I must tell, we are really entering some huge resistance, right? Anywhere between where we are right now and 160 billion, right? So that's like the altcoin market could still go up with another 10% or so, but anywhere in that area is huge resistance, huge. And the next big support level, if we go down, is here, give or take. So it could go up as much as it could come down, basically, right? That's kind of the short-term range, in my opinion. And worst case scenario, we find the lower side of the range. But if that happens, yeah, then we should go crazy. So it's looking bullish right now. But please look at the fact that we have major resistance here, here, like crazy. Okay. So be a little careful with that, in my opinion, at the moment. But yeah, things are looking bullish though. Now, I must also tell that the USDT dominance, so how much money is sitting in USDT. So if this goes down, it means people are taking money from their stables, USDT, into the crypto market, right? People have been doing that, right? But now we also find some major support right here. So it could be that this chart does this right now, which means that this chart could do this right now, which means that the Bitcoin chart could do, let me put it off logarithmic or on logarithmic, this right now, where all the crypto market is now sitting at their own way at some big resistance. The USDT dominance is sitting at big support. It lines up. Okay, so I love this pump, but I'm a little careful about the fact that it's not up only, and I know that people are bullish right now, but please remember, don't buy these pumps, right? Don't buy these big green pumps. At least I'm not buying right now. Hell no. Like, yeah, if it all breaks out, like, you're gonna miss out if it all breaks out. I know, but like, yeah, then you have to take a look at the charts. Like, okay, but it's now sitting at resistance. I'm at least not buying more. I'd rather buy at support, right? And if it does break out and retest, then we can buy the support level anyway. So be a little careful. It's easy to get dragged into the sentiment right now, with everybody being euphoric. But I still look at all these, this thing at the support level and all the others at resistance, and at the current people into the crypto market basically like is it really looking bullish? Like when it comes to this, we just made a lower high. So yeah, the people that are actually in the market is tanking still, and we have this small pump right here. But how many times did we had that over the last couple of years, basically? So it all points out to short term, I'm bullish. Midterm, I am quite bearish still. Long term, I'm mega bullish, right? Long term, like I feel like, man, Bitcoin is going to go crazy and altcoins are going to pump like insane. But it doesn't mean that you should right away buy everything and put all your money in, right? Like if I now look at the altcoin market again, at the others, right? Let's say that this right here is the big resistance area, and this is the first support level. But what if it comes down to I don't know, this, or even here, right? Yeah, then where you rather buy, right? And again, it could do this and retest maybe and then go up. I don't expect though, but it could. But then I don't know, just buy the retest, right? Kind of the same level as where we are right now. Yeah, in the meantime, I love seeing my bags go up. Like, see the fucking FI, man. Fuck. Crazy. This is beautiful. This is beautiful for me as well. And I get this warm, euphoric feeling. And, but if you're, for the people that watch this and haven't witnessed a full cycle yet completely in crypto, and maybe the people that have as well, listen, please remember, this is nothing yet. Okay, this is nothing yet. Like coins go up 2x, congratulations. Congratulations. They will go up 20x, right? Don't take your profits too soon. But do take some, right? That's I think the most important thing, because again, also if you look at the total tree right here, right? Big pump, big pump, big pump, big pump, big pump. Yeah, anybody that did not take some profits at these pumps, like they did this whole pump for nothing, basically, because at the end of the day, everything will correct eventually, right? And if it's now or in a week or whatever, yeah, I would do so. Like, I regret not taking more profits over the last 2 years. That's all I can say. And I understand it if you say, like, yeah, you know, but I just want to buy low and only sell in the bull and don't do too much in the meantime. Okay, cool. Fair enough. I can get that. But you can actually make more money out of this than just the money that you have right now, to be honest. So, but now enjoy this. I am, again, short term a little bearish at the moment, not today necessarily, but I don't think that this move by the dominance is indicating an alt season yet, right? Shit, like I showed, fucking like I showed, it's a big ass upwards trend, and we can come all the way down to 51%, give or take 51.5%. That's still a big upwards move by altcoins in the next week, maybe 2 weeks, 3. It could definitely, but it will still be an upwards trend, and it's just a way higher low, right? Basically, so we really have to go all the way down here to say, for me, like, okay, shit, alt season is going to start. In the meantime, maybe you followed the trade with me, but I've taken some Bitcoin and I've put it into some altcoins like 2 weeks ago. Rose, beautiful on this Bitcoin pair, right? Atom, beautiful. AVAX, beautiful. Cardano, beautiful. Like all these coins, they making some good profits, but I don't like, wow, this is, by the way, quite fucking perfect. But I don't think that this is the move yet. Maybe I'm wrong. Could be. But, you know, I try to be cautious with this. I try to be cautious. So I don't think this is the move yet, but definitely go enjoy it, man. It's beautiful to see. So if you have any questions or suggestions, drop them down below. I will soon make another video where I will go over the comments. So if you want me to take a look at your comment and talk about it a little bit, yeah, let me know, man. Like the video if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on. I'll see you guys tomorrow.